Virgil van Dijk's on his last year. He's captain, which means if he does leave at the end of next season, we're going to need a new captain. Dominic Szoboszlai, Hungarian captain. Wataru Endo, Japanese captain, but now retired. Some of our captains have left. Andy Robertson, Scottish captain, has left. Conor Bradley is a captain, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. In the comments below, is Conor Bradley Irish captain? We have a lot of leadership material in the squad. Dominic Szoboszlai is the clear and obvious choice, but you can only give Dominic Szoboszlai the vice captain armband if he signs a new deal, because this is scarily on the trajectory. And let's spotlight him now. This is scarily on the trajectory of Ibu Konate with 2 years and Trent Alexander-Arnold's in 2 years. You know, you need that comfort. You need that comforting fact that they'll be there for you after 2 years and long term. If you give him the captaincy and he leaves on a free to Real Madrid in 2 years, and Real Madrid will be tapping him up every single day, because that's what they do. And I imagine that Dominic Szoboszlai is the kind of player that they're going to want on a free transfer. Real Madrid fans would not trade Fede Valverde for Dominic Szoboszlai. Maybe the other way around. Liverpool fans, maybe 20-30% of them might change Valverde for Szoboszlai. But I guarantee close to zero would change Fede Valverde for Dominic Szoboszlai. He's not a player that they would pay £100 million for. They want someone who's a bit more, let's say, flair and technical. So that kind of mold of a Michael Allister makes more sense that they pay the big money. So if Dominic Szoboszlai doesn't sign in the next year, I don't think you can give him the captain's armband, not because he doesn't deserve it or merit, but because the risk of the free transfer in 2 years' time is there. And if you can't cash on him because he refuses to leave and he wedges in and gets his last year, then you're going to lose him on a free. And that's just the way it is. Whereas a McAllister on his last year in Brighton actively signed the new contract to protect his worth, to make sure that Brighton got a fee for him with a £35 million release clause. And he's more likely the teacher's pet and the one to follow the instructions, a game's thinking player, coach's manager on the pitch. McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai, for me, are the two obvious ones. Obviously, one's a World Cup winner. He follows the instructions. He's a teacher's pet. Maka, let's bring Maka onto the pitch. He's a teacher's pet under Jurgen Klopp. Ryan Gravenberch is an interesting one as well. Signed a long-term contract. Likes to be all action on the pitch as well, but I don't think he's got the personality for it. Neither has Alexander Isak. Senior player hasn't got the personality for it. Florian Wirtz hasn't got the personality for it either. He's too quiet. Hopefully he can lead by example as well. So where are the captains after Van Dijk? So Jeremy Jacquet, I think, could step into the role in a few years' time, right? If he's imperious, if he communicates well. But do you know who communicates well? You go back and you watch that. Is it Southampton Cup match? Giovanni Leone done his ACL on the sideline. He communicates like nothing else. That would be a statement of intent to make Giovanni Leone the assistant or the vice captain, right? That's like giving Matthijs de Ligt, the captaincy at Ajax, despite his tender years, because some players just got it and they communicate well and they talk. They don't care about age. If you've got it, you got it. Some people develop into it, but Giovanni Leone would be an outstanding candidate. But all things considered, the logical choice, while Dominic Szoboszlai's contract situation, unless you're confident that he will sign a new contract, the one for me, Ali B. Even if it's transitional vice captain, nobody would say anything bad about it. Everybody would be in tune with it. Much respected. He rages if we lose or don't put a bad performance. Nobody would dare speak up against Alisson Becker. He plays the guitar. Oh my goodness, he plays guitar. And like Jeff Jarrett in wrestling, if you out of tune, he gets a guitar and wham! Concerto shot to the head, right? Van Dijk, captain. Alisson Becker, vice captain. Even transitional, commands respect. And then you look to the next generation. Or is the new captain not signed yet? If Adam Wharton comes in, he has legitimate claim. Let's chuck him in there. That just looks good to me. I know some people don't like him. If Adam Wharton comes in, he's got a legitimate claim for the vice captain's armband. If Jared Bowen comes in, he's got a legitimate claim to the armband as well. So there's my pecking order. If Szoboszlai signs his new deal, give him the vice captaincy. Let him lead by example, all action, and he's a captain for Hungary as well. If he does not sign a new deal, I will go out on a limb here and say that Milos Kerkez will end up a bigger Hungarian Liverpool legend than Dominic Szoboszlai, because Milos Kerkez, head down, hardworking, the animal, will be one of our greatest left backs, I'm sure of it. as great as Andy Robertson? I don't know, because Robbo was an absolute great, and we always win things with a Scotsman in the team. We signed was it Dara Chikimi, the Scotland under-16 captain from Celtic, right? So we always win good things with a Scottish Braveheart in the team. But if Dominic Szoboszlai leaves on a free to Real Madrid, that taints his legacy. Despite the highlight reels, Milos Kerkez will end up a 10-year man at Liverpool with a centenary testimonial, and he will become maybe the best Hungarian player at Liverpool. But I hope we have both, because Dominic Szoboszlai is awesome, and he's my son Ato's favourite current Liverpool player, because he's got that Wunderkind into the net. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below.